My story this week comes from a listener. He's from Utah, but he's actually telling a story of one of his friends that his friend gave him to tell.
Dope. What's his name?
He said his name is Jeff, but he said we'll call him Jeff. So,
what's his address?
His address is his friend Jeff is from California, and his friend had served a Mormon mission in Cambodia, and this happened to him while he was in Cambodia. So he was actually recently transferred to an area within Cambodia and put in a leadership position where he would, assist, provide additional training. And once he got to the area, a few weeks after they had been there, the sisters or the sister missionaries that were in that zone with him, they tell this missionary, they tell Jeff about all the weird things that are starting to happen in their apartment. So the sisters are telling Jeff, they said initially things were just kind of weird, like they'd have creaking floorboards in the other room or squeaky doors that would seem to open without any help. And they mostly just kind of ignored those things until what happened the previous night to when they're telling Jeff. They told the elders that they were having trouble sleeping for a while now just because of all the weird stuff that was happening. And they were feeling particularly uneasy that night. However, they were eventually able to fall asleep. Around 2 or 3 in the morning, one of them wakes up to just a slow pacing noise coming from their hallway. And the pacing sounded kind of weird, like whoever it was limping. So you'd get that limping sound.
Like a drag or something?
Almost, a little bit. So they could hear these slow footsteps coming closer to them down this hallway. And to kind of give you some perspective of this house, there's this room, their bedroom, then the hallway right in front of it. This is their front door, and this is their kitchen in the back. And there's like a bathroom right on this other side of them. So this limping footsteps is coming from the front door, slowly down the hallway. And the sister says that once it got to in front of their door, it stopped. And then for what seemed like forever, her holding her breath, it continued moving down the hallway. It seemed like whatever it was got to the kitchen, and she started hearing cupboards opening and like chairs moving around and stuff like that. So she wakes up her companion at this time and verifies that they're both hearing the same thing.
Ugh.
So both of them are just terrified at this point. They work up the courage to go and check it out.
Bro.
Work up the faith?
You could say. So they get out of bed and slowly walk towards their bedroom door and open it. And the first thing they do is they look down towards the front door and they see that it's locked. So there's not an intruder unless the intruder locked the door behind them.
Stuck with it, dude. That sucks.
And then they look down towards their kitchen area. The light's on. So they kind of tiptoe down the hallway towards the kitchen. And once they get there, they see all of their cupboards open and drawers open. And the chairs are upside down, stacked on top of the table.
Dude, and we all know from Poltergeist, that's a bad sign, dude.
It's generally not good.
No bueno.
So they decide they're going to take a picture of it first and then head back to their room because they need proof. Like they could not possibly have done this themselves. So they snap a picture, head back to their room, lock the doors, can't fall asleep all night. In the morning, they call Jeff and his companion and their president as well. And Jeff offers for him and his companion to then stay in their apartment while the sisters look for a new apartment to stay in. So they're just going to swap apartments. He's being good.
That was
guy,
nice. At least they
good
didn't.
Guy Jeff right now.
In every scary movie, they'd be like, "You're making it up. It's not real." You know what I mean? You have to stay there.
He did say, Jeff said that his companion thought that, said that they were just trying to get a new place.
Rude.
So they let the president know they're going to swap apartments. The elders move in that next day. Sisters move out. And whatever it was did not move out. And things started happening to Jeff and his companion the very next night.
Nice.
However, that will be for our patrons. Now, he said he was on edge the first night and remembered just kind of hearing some sounds in the hall.